Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Thursday, April 21st, 2016. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches, and hot. We're hitting some records here in Thailand. It was 96 degrees yesterday, according to my watch. And quite warm yesterday. But it's still great to be here. White sandy beaches, people walking around. It's just a really exciting time of year. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, just want to remind you that I do record this during the Asia session. So if you're seeing this in London, please just count about 10 candles back and you'll know where I start. Traders, we would love to have you come visit us at FXCL. And if you just go to fxclearing.com, you can come visit our site and check it out. A lot of trading solutions, demo accounts, live accounts, great economic calendar. Everything's right there for you. All right, we got a lot to talk about. Charts, news, data, all that good stuff. So let's get to it, and let me introduce myself to you. For those of you who do not know me, my name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. And like I said before, I do record this during Asia. All right, traders, I started trading in 2006, and in 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. 9 days later, got on the Big Bird, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday. Well, that was in 2008. And, well, it's 2016, and traders, I'm just started my 9th year here in Thailand. It's a pleasure to be here, and I love trading in Asia, and I love living in Asia. The people, the food, everything is just awesome. The weather's great. Yeah, we get some toasty summers, but it also starts our rainy season, so it does cool down late in the afternoon. So how do I trade? Well, one, I listen to fundamentals all day long. I always know what's going on out in the big world out there. And why do I do that? I do that because if I'm in a trade, I need to monitor the trade, right? So fundamentals gives me a good idea what roadblocks might be coming ahead and where I can expect bounces on my charts, right? So fundamentals is a very important part of my trading. And if you would have asked me 3 years ago if that was true, I would have said no. I said I'm basically just a technician. Well, my attitude has changed, and I put a lot of effort into understanding what fundamentals are coming out and what they mean. However, I'm a technician. My really love for the trading of the Forex market is reading charts, candlestick patterns, price action, price structure, price failure, major levels of price action, all that put together. Candlestick patterns. Wow, you have to know candlestick patterns. Don't even go to an account until you understand candlestick patterns, and you get that education for free all over the place, right? So you need to know candlestick patterns, folks. There's only 7 candlestick patterns you need to know to trade. So it's really easy to do, and I encourage you to do that. So I put both of them together and I come up with a trade plan, and then I trade my plan. If my plan doesn't work, I'll look at it and see if I can make another plan, or I just let it go. So if prices basically run against me in the opposite direction of my trade plan and it's too far away, I just let it go. And we can always find a trade. We have 41 currency pairs that we can choose from, so there's plenty of trades out there. You just have to look around. I will tell you that I scan 8 currency pairs on a daily basis. All right, let's do the legal stuff real quick here. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head on over to news and commentary. Well, we could start off a little bit with about commentary because I just don't think we're going to have a big booming day today, and that's pretty, pretty sad because we have enough data coming. There's plenty of data releases coming out today, and what we'll do is we'll jump over to our economic calendar. We did have some news earlier in Asia, but they were low impact and no change in the charts. So we'll go over some of the medium impact that's coming out in and high impact that's coming out in London today. We have the Great British Pound has retail sales for March. That's a high impact news event. They also have year on year. That's a medium impact news event. And as we scroll down here, we have the interest rate decision, which comes out today. We're not expecting any changes. Nobody's expecting any changes in the interest rate. Not saying that it won't happen, but there's a good chance it will not happen. So I think the focus today is going to end up on this ECB interest rate decision, and the rest of the data really is not going to make any difference until this data comes out. And this comes out an hour and 45 minutes after the London Open. Then we go down. That's what we have in the London session. Then we come down to the U.S. session. We have initial jobless claims, which is a medium impact news event. We have the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, very important. That will jerk the markets. People watch that very closely. In the euro, we have deposit facility rate. Wow, we're just all over the place today. And also, we do have the ECB press conference. Now, that's more important than the rate decision. And the rate decision comes out, but the press conference is where the markets really get moving, because that's when ECB President Draghi makes statements. And the markets take really what he says and runs with it. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But that is coming out. And folks, that wraps it up for as far as our economic calendar. Not a light day, but not a heavy day. And I think the focus will be on the ECB. So I'm expecting a very slow trading day. We had no data in Asia, and we're not getting any data in Asia today. Let's look at how the indices did. The Dow 30 closed positive 0.24%. The S&P 500 closed positive 0.06%. The Nasdaq closed positive 0.16%. The small cap 2000 closed positive 0.13%. Let's head over to the Eurozone. The DAX closed up positive 0.69%. The FTSE 100 was 0.06%. And the CAC 40 closed positive 0.55%, with the Eurostoxx 50 closing at positive 1.07%. Everybody's in the green, looks like. They said we're going to get a bearish market. Seems pretty bullish to me still. All right, the Nikkei 225, which is currently trading over here in Asia, is positive 2.00%, 2%. And the S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is up 1.10%. The China A50 closed yesterday negative 0.52%. They're not due to open for another hour. And the Hang Seng closed at negative 0.93%, and they'll also close. They'll open in approximately 1 hour and 15 minutes. The Kospi, which is currently trading out of Seoul, is up 0.61% and in the green. So that gives you an idea what's going on with our economic calendar and what happened with the indices. Not much to say on commentary. I think we have a good trading week. I think we've seen a lot of movement. I think the pairs are finally coming back into their trend, and we're just going to have to keep an eye on what's going on. It looks like the dollar picked up yesterday, and we had some really nice move in the dollar. We'll take a look at the euro here in just a second. So other than, unfortunately or fortunately, the ECB is going to make their rate decision and then a press conference, and that's going to silence the markets. That's really going to make people not do anything. They're going to wait for that to come out and that rate statement to come out before they make any trades, because ECB President Draghi can say one word and he can flip that market totally against your trade. So people are very aware of that, and it could be a very, very light trading day until that's over, and that's almost into the New York session. So London looks like it's going to be very slow and very technical. All right. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Nice sell-off yesterday. Wasn't this a beautiful trade yesterday? Worked out really nice, right off of resistance. And down she came, gave you a second shot off the 200. Remember, we were boxed in yesterday. I gave you two places to get into the trade, and then dumped off again. So what I did was I fibbed the whole swing. And basically, we wanted to get in at 38.2 fib, and we'd like to enter this at 1.1324. We'll get out at 1.13 1296. So this can really end up to be a very nice 50 pip trade, and we just needed to give us a pullback. Now, what if it goes only to the 23.6? And I think people underestimate the power of the 23.6. It's a very powerful Fibonacci level, and there's a good chance it can turn around and head to the downside from that level. I would get in the trade because we're in a wide open space from that point. If this gets down to that 1315 area, like I said, it's a wide open space, and if we can get an entry there, folks, jump on that trade. I don't think you have nothing to lose. Let's take a look at the pound. Yeah, this is yesterday's slide. We got two with yesterday's slides, and of course, there's just no price action. We're basically at the same levels we were yesterday, and there's no reason to make any changes. The only change is that our take profit at 1.4259 is now at the S2 pivot point and not the daily pivot point. But other than that, our trade plan's the same. Let's pull back up to the daily pivot point. Let's get a bearish candlestick formation. We have the 55 EMA now on top of price, and we just like to see this give us a bearish candlestick formation with some confirmation, and we'll sell this. And you have a minimal drawdown, right? You have a minimal drawdown. You're looking at maybe a 15 pip drawdown, 12 pip drawdown. It's either going to work or it's not going to work, and I'd rather take a 12 or 15 pip hit than a 50 pip hit, right? So, it's money management. What's the key in trading? Capital preservation. Live to trade for tomorrow. But this looks like a really easy trade today. There is data coming out with the pound today, so be alert to that. And but apparently the data yesterday did not do anything. Right? This move, those red candles are due to the U.S. session. That is not from the pound. So this is a dollar move here, dollar strength. So let's see how today goes and see if we can get this trade off and make some profits. This is the Aussie. You remember we looked at this yesterday, and I kept saying, like, I want this to pull back. Well, I left this chart the same. I didn't change anything on it because now we've got the 200 exponential moving average and the 61.8 at this price level of 0.7761. And then I'm looking to buy it. Where am I going to get out? Well, that's the hard part. It depends where I get in, right? It depends where I get in. The daily pivot point, prices reacted to that price level, so that's probably where you're going to end up scaling out of your trade, out of your position. In other words, I'm going to put some pips in the pip bank, right? Always pay yourself, right? If you do the hard work, always pay yourself. So I'd like to see this fall and give us our entry, and we'll just sit and wait. There's really not a lot we can do with that. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Did this not be a beautiful trade yesterday? Worked out beautifully from our trade plan yesterday. And I'm looking for another same trade setup. I'm looking for basically this to pull back up to the R1 pivot point and drop it. And we'll just take it down. Well, we're going to enter at 1.4572 and we'll get out at 1.4478. It's a 90 pip trade. You might have to get in the trade a little earlier. I really don't want to get in at the daily pivot point because we're trading right into support. I'd like this to, get above that. And I'm willing to fight that battle to the downside, but I'll be break even by then. So this is going to be a little tricky where the entry is. And entries are so important today in the sentiment of the market. So we need to watch what's going to happen here and just keep a good eye on this Euro Aussie. But folks, when it's in its trend, it just moves absolutely beautifully and it doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. So let's hope we get a nice pullback and we can get in this trade early into London. All the pairs today, traders, I would not touch until London open, okay? I would do nothing in Asia, all right? Okay, here we got the Euro Yen. Did absolutely nothing yesterday. Basically just sideways price action, a little down move there, but basically sideways. They're talking a lot. BOJ Governor Kuroda, I don't know, he must have spoken 3 hours yesterday, just kept on talking and talking and talking, and then he takes a break and comes back and not saying a lot, basically getting people on their toes that there's very good possibility that they're going to do something in the near future. So how am I going to trade this? Well, I'd love to get a pullback to the R1 pivot point and sell it from there, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is going to continue to fall. And if it falls, I'll get in once it gives me a close below the 200 exponential moving average, and that's at 123.59. I will get out at the S3 pivot point at 122.83. I'm not too excited about this trade, by the way, and I'm not really looking to enter into this trade. This looks really very range congested, not a lot going on. We really need to break out and see what kind of direction this wants to take. So, you know what? We're not going to do anything. We're just going to hang out and watch. But it really is not on the top of my priority list to trade the euro yen today. However, look at this New Zealand dollar. Did a nice job yesterday. Did break down to the lower side. So we have something to work with now. We're not in that range now. So we're still bearish. So now all I need is a pullback, right? I need this to pull back to that daily pivot and that 55 exponential moving average at 0.700. And I want to take this all the way down to the S2 pivot point at 0.6916 because that's our reversal pivot point. And let's see if we can get down there and for profit. But we need a pullback. We really need to get this to pull back up to that daily pivot point and give us some momentum on the downside. So hopefully the beginning of London, that will happen. Traders, I think most of our trades are going to happen late in London. And the other problem there is liquidity in the market's going to dump because we're going to be too close to the ECB interest rate decision. So it's going to be a tricky trading day, but you just got to be patient today. You're just going to be patient and wait for price to come to you. If you don't get it today, we can get it tomorrow, right? But don't force trades in today. I really think that the ECB interest rate decision and statement is going to definitely quail our markets today. All right, traders, thanks for joining me. April 21st, 2016, on a Thursday. As it's going to be an interesting day today, I have to say. I like days like this. It makes it challenging, and I like a challenge. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining me today. And please remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, enjoy your trading day. Hope this helps you out just a little bit in your trading today. And we'll catch you in about 24 hours. Take care, traders. Bye-bye.